In order to play the PlayStation 2 games on your PC, you will need a PlayStation 2 emulator such as the PCSX2, which is one of the best PS2 emulators out there. You can download it from the link in the description. Once you're on the page, you can download the latest stable version of the program, which is the recommended one, or you can test out the nightly version as well if you like. And if you end up liking it, don't forget to support the creators, it helps them to improve the software for us. Alright, once you have the program, go ahead and install it. After the PCSX2 is up and running, select your preferred language and press apply. Then click on next and next again, and you will land on this screen. Now in this section, we'll need to add BIOS files. You can find information on extracting your own BIOS files on the internet. I'll be releasing a video on this topic soon, so make sure you subscribe to stay in the loop. But for now, try googling PS2 BIOS and I'm sure you'll find something. Alright, once you download the BIOS files, uncheck Use Default Settings here. Click on the Browse button and in this folder, copy your downloaded BIOS files. Make sure you extract them before copying. Once you see different regions here, select yours and click Finish. The program will then restart and load up its necessary files, and now it's ready to play. Now before we start playing, we'll need to configure some settings. So we'll head over to Config and select Emulation Settings. Then click on GS window first. Here, you can change your game's aspect ratio. It is set to 4:3 by default, but you can set it to widescreen 16:9 as well. However, it is better to go for 4:3 since most of the titles of the time were designed in 4:3, so it is recommended to play them in their original way. You can also set the resolution by changing the numbers in the custom window size. For example, we can type 1920 x 1080, which is the number of pixels for full HD resolution, or you can go higher like 3840 x 2160, which is the Ultra HD aka 4K, but only go this high if your computer is capable enough. Next, there's a slider down here that lets you change the overall performance of the whole emulator in just one go. When you hover over the slider, it shows you a list of presets with different capabilities. You can test out different presets to see what works best for your system. Let's set this to balance for now, which is our best bet. For those who want to configure every setting individually, uncheck this preset option and all the custom settings that were previously grayed out will become available. Let's change it to preset for now because I don't want to complicate things in this video. When you're done with all this, click apply. Next up, we'll need to connect a controller and configure it. If you don't know how to connect a game controller to your PC, I made a playlist on that. You can click here to watch it, or you can click on the link in the description. Alright, once you connect your controller successfully, you can come back here and configure it by going into Config, Controllers, and Plugin Settings. Before you change anything here, make sure you restore defaults once, then head over to Pad 1, and as you start configuring the controls, this section here will start filling. Unfortunately, there's no one-click mapping here. We need to configure each and every button manually. To do that, hit one of the buttons on the emulator, then hit the corresponding button on the controller. For example, hit D-pad left here and hit D-pad left on the controller to link them together. Do this for all the buttons, hit apply, and you're good to go. Now that all the settings are complete, it is time to game. Click on System, then Boot ISO Full. Navigate to where your games are located. Ensure that the games are in .iso format and not in any compressed format like .rar or .zip. If they are, make sure to extract them before doing this step. Now select the game you want to play and press Open. And mission successful. You are now playing a PlayStation 2 on your PC. Up here, you can see the FPS and the speed the game is running at. Ideally, the game should run at 100% speed for a smooth experience. One more thing to remember is that once you boot up a game and come back here again, it will automatically launch the previous one without asking you to select one. To load up a different game, hover over to CD/DVD, then ISO selector. You can either click on Clear ISO List to clear all previous ISO files and load up a new one, or click on Browse and select a new one. Click on Open and press Reset. And now you have successfully launched a new game. Now all you need to do is to sit back, relax, and enjoy.